Oh, I've been so freaking happy for this. Let me turn that up a little bit. Oh, I'm so ready for this. Alright. Time to get into it. Just my chat a little bit. Alright, so we are in Guild Wars 2. I wonder if I can figure out how to add that, but that's a another step. But no matter. It's Guild Wars 2. We're jumping into one of my favorite MMOs around. One that has been sitting for a long time now without an expansion. About 4.5 years now, in fact. And it is a long time coming. So I wanted to go ahead and stream this a bit, to share it out, to kind of play something I really like. And we are in the new expansion. So for anyone who's unfamiliar, Guild Wars 2 is a free-to-play MMO. I mean, a buy-in MMO, but there is no monthly subscription fee. It has a lot of fantasy elements. It's been around as long as World of Warcraft. The first one in in a decade ago, they went and made a sequel. So let's jump into this. I need to really check if my audio levels are okay, but we'll figure that out as we go. Can I? Oh, that actually does help. Yeah, so this hasn't fully installed yet, so I'm in the process of trying to load in while the game is currently undergoing some downloads and installing of software. Sometime today. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I can only imagine that this is going to be getting hit pretty hard right now. The patch has been live for about 10-15 minutes now. So I haven't even, all I've seen is so far the login screen, which has been updated. And I almost hate to, but let's get a little bit out of the way and my massively clogged inventory. Oh. So I can already train this? Alright. But we'll get there. We'll get there. For now, let me get to something of a safe zone just so I can try and get things cleaned up a little bit. I probably should have planned this out a bit more in advance, but hey, here we are. Do 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 do. probably shouldn't have done that. Or, well, logged in on a character that wasn't in the middle of an actual combat map. So we wait. And wait. And did I mention wait? Because we gotta wait.
No free samples.
So let me... Okay, End of Dragons. Oh. Oh, I... I'm beginning to get a cutscene?
Research log 428. Latest results still inconclusive. Elder dragons awaken, consume magic, and leave nothing but annihilation in their wake. This is the way it's always been. The dragon cycle. Unimaginable suffering through the ages. Countless lives shattered. And instead of uniting, some capitalized on chaos.
Praise be Joko.
But some of us fought back. Heroes across Tyria banded together. We came from different corners, but shared a vision of a better tomorrow. Not everyone made it.
Oh, air. That one hurt. That one hurt.
Then came hope from an unexpected place. Aurene, who we raised from an egg. With the prismatic dragon on our side, we have a chance. A chance to finally break the dragon cycle. We've slain 5 elder dragons. But what's the right path forward? Every elder dragon death has made the whole system more unstable.
It's almost like we don't know what we're doing.
There have been many theories. We tried to keep balance by replacing them, but that turned out to be impossible. We're running out of time for answers. I'm running out of time.
Oh.
One remaining elder dragon is out there somewhere. I don't know what awaits us.
Champion, I need to speak with you. Something's happening, and I'd like to discuss it. In person. Also, if I'm honest, I wouldn't mind seeing your face. Again. In person.
What do you
Don't
want?
let that go to your head.
Meet with Aurene in the Eye of the North. Okay, so we got another... Okay, no, it's on the other character, I think. Nah, I'll just get that skin later. We got a letter from Cave. Commander, I know you've been very busy recently. You've been very busy. What with the Char insurrection and the killing of the Elder Dragons. But I think you might want to pay a visit to the Eye of the North. Something's been bothering Aurene. It has been too long. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. See. Let's just bust out the handy-dandy Tome of Magic and take a little trip to the Eye of the North. You know, the cutscene some of the build up to the expansion here, they had a bunch of interviews and kind of behind the scenes looks at some of the gameplay, and some of the music they were showing off for this expansion is really beautiful. It was like kind of like a lot of like soaring, high, kind of exciting music where it kind of things that seem to invoke, flying over like a field of bamboo and eagles and a sense of foreign wonder that harkens back to me to something like Indiana Jones movies or what the heck was that? Does this have a new icon?
I know you're out there fighting dragons and saving the world. What kind of question is that? Arene is huge.
Does she always have that emblem?
Gargantuan, massive, big boned. I am tiny, minuscule, petite. If that beast turned rabbit, she would devour me in one chomp. But if you're going in there, do keep an eye out for lovely exotic crystals, pretty please.
Do you have anything I can take? I already got that. Oh, these are back items and I know I probably should actually move on and let's clear some space in the inventory.
Duty calls. I have answered.
And we are in the Chamber of Arene.
Champion, it's wonderful to see you. Even with Jormak and Primordius gone, I noticed Tyria's still standing. Seems the Exalted were a bit off in their predictions. Disaster hasn't struck. Yet.
The world does feel different, though. Can't put my finger on it. Like, change is coming. Real change.
I feel it too, Champion. That's why I wanted to see you. I've begun to perceive something. A distant presence. An ancient presence. It's a ripple in the mists. Like a dolphin in the deep, sounding to sense what's out there, and I want to respond. But before I do, I check my visions. All my possible futures converge to one point. Today.
And you can't see past it.
And I can't see past it.
Are you sure? Does it mean you die?
I'm not sure of anything, except my urge to respond. To say, yes, I'm here.
You're not scared?
I'm intrigued. I'm intensely curious. And even if I die, we know I won't stay dead.
We think.
Whatever it is, I can handle it. I just wanted to tell you, before it all begins.
How does it begin?
I'm not sure, but I know it involves Tiny and Goric.
Hey, the
Then
tabletop.
I'll talk to them.
Just playing a little Guild Wars. Yeah. Oh, we actually got a mail. Crystallographer Smoxy. Commander, very exciting news. The Crystalline Resonance Cascade scenario has occurred. You can read my latest publication, Crystalline Waveform Resonance Cascade Collapse Scenarios in You, a brief primer on the award-winning crystallographer Smoxy. But soon, I wanted to let you know about it right away, since it centers on you. All of your red and green prophet shards and crystals are now blue. Additionally, it seems that the shards localized in this area will now be blue from now on as well. Isn't that amazing? I'll still, of course, accept blue shards from you for a recompensation. Okay, so looks like this is something involving the expansion and some crystals be earned for achievements and rewards. Try not to be too discombobulated, even though things have suddenly changed, and it still effectively remain the same. Possibly even better, since you don't have to think about what color this week is now. So, we got a bit of stuff. Oh, yeah, no, actually, there's a lot of like really impressive ideas and things you can do for this sort of setting. Just as an example, what was it? Sorry, I have. I mean, yeah, you could be an ugly little watermelon, cactus watermelon thing. But I'd rather not. Actually, what I was looking for was... Oh, there's new things. Jade Bots are assistants that can help with many tasks. A power core needed in order for your Jade Bot to perform those actions. So this is supposed to be one of the new features of the expansion, which are these little bots that can assist you. Which, obviously, I haven't unlocked yet because I'm just kind of discovering some of the changes to the... to this. Where is that? There we go. The one I was looking for. One of the ideas I want to build into my own setting is like effectively just this polar bear warriors, which this is a combat tonic in this game, so I can use it for fighting. But no, we're gonna be me. The great Drake Ironcaster, commander of the Pact, slayer of many a dragon. Something on your mind, champion? We have a lot to catch up on.
I've been thinking about these past months. Primordus and Jormak, Vangar and Ryland. I made a conscious choice not to involve myself. As a massive elder dragon, I was wary
Is the audio
of my
coming through
own
okay?
power. But lately I've wondered, was that the right choice?
What about your visions?
Right. Remember my visions of our battle with Kralkatorrik?
They all ended the same, with your death. And you couldn't see past it.
Just like Glint. But, of course, that was
Ate
before
an
I
unkillable Lich King.
discovered I can self-resurrect. Glint couldn't. Kralkatorrik couldn't. Once again, my visions converge. Except I don't see my death in any of them. They just... stop. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, she ate a
Change
lich.
anything? Is this time different? I don't know. But I can't wait to find out.
So, I think we have the next spot over here. So, this building we were in was from the original Guild Wars. This was like this Hall of Monuments that you would be able to go in, and in the original game, each of these was a spot where you could put different awards and achievements that would track your progress, and you could slowly earn. Eventually, they rolled over some skins into this, and whoa! What the heck? That is one of the new things. That is freaking cool. Freaking... I think I'm on the wrong class, because, like, I want Jade Mechs. Oh, I gotta... Hold up. Alright, so, if I remember right, I got the Blade Sworn, which was unlocked. Let's see. So, this will act like in D&D where you have the different specializations of your class. So, for example, the different types of fighters, and I'll go from being a typical warrior, or in my case, I am a spellbreaker, which is able to use a dagger. Is able to just go dagger. But in this case, I'll now have a pistol for my offhand weapon. So this will change out what weapon one of the weapons I can use. And, well, we already have access to this, but I feel like I want to wait until I actually get to the new region to unlock that. I think it's better to do it that way. And
Command.
holy crap, there are
Keith.
so many.
Oh,
you're back. That's, good. That's great.
Is she?
Something to do with Gorick.
Yeah, okay, so Gorik and I have been up here doing research, looking for a way to end the dragon cycle. Cause like, who needs that noise every 10,000 years, am I right? So many dead people, and the cleanup is insane.
You were talking about Gorick.
Right. Gorik got a message from an old colleague.
Ah,
An old Inquest colleague.
Ah,
Anka. Anka. He's mentioned her a couple times. I've never met her. Says she was tracking Jormag and Primordus.
ah.
She has some data. Would he like to see it? She'll trade it to us.
for what?
Doesn't specify for what. Red flag. Come meet her at Lorner's Pass alone. Second red flag.
So, Anka offers him something she knows he'd want without asking for something in return?
Yes.
Why would she do that?
Oh, so many
Exactly.
people here.
Oh. She likes him.
Exactly.
Why do you care?
I don't know.
But you don't trust her.
Why should I?
Why indeed?
I'm sorry, are you worried for Gorik's safety?
Yes. I'm worried for Gorik's safety.
You want me to go find him at the pass? Bring him back?
Alchemy! Would you? Please? Thank you, Commander.
So yeah, I think for your sake, tabletop, you might be able to. You might like a lot of the stuff in this game for all the different factions. You know what they say. The best approach is just to steal everything for your own games. And if you can go for some more obscure, more out there sources, players will never know what you're taking from. Or if you reword it just right. So, in this game, for example, this race, the Sylvari, are effectively kind of fairy elf-like people, but they're plants.
You came.
You asked.
I like that you trusted me.
Why wouldn't I?
I haven't always earned it. Being back at the Grove was different this time. I know we Sylvari tend to come off as sophisticates of the highest order.
Oh, indeed.
But the truth is, even we Firstborn have only been around for 30-odd years. Our culture is immature, emotionally. Knowledge we have, but knowledge and wisdom are different things. I think back to when I was with Fowlin. I don't recognize that person. I had no idea who I was, but Aurene changed everything. I'm a parent. Of a sort, anyway. Being back among them, I realized I don't belong there anymore. My world, my perspective have...
Broadened.
I knew you would understand.
Okay, so Kaith basically became attuned to Aurene, our big crystal dragon, and so she's changed from what she once was. She's kind of expanded out her herself from her people, and has become part of something more. Just like we, the commander, have in a similar way kind of become more than just the average soldier. We're one of the faces of the group, the commander. Well, there it is on the tin. But let's talk with Timey, and then I think we're heading out. Oh.
Ups and downs. Could do with fewer of the downs. Some days I wake up feeling like it's gonna take 9 bolts to the brain pan to get me out of bed, you know? But most days are fine. And we don't need to talk about the other days.
Might be.
Have you been getting any rest?
Not enough.
That's not true. Okay, yes, that's true. I'm just getting so close to figuring out where all that magic went. That's not a good excuse, though. More rest, fewer symptoms, happier Tiny.
Tiny, for the record, has some sort of neurodegenerative disease where she's slowly losing herself. It's kind of akin to like a Parkinson's, but don't quote me on that. Still, she's been this kind of like super genius, like smarter, where she's more of a brain beyond what she's able to do.
Gang's back together, huh? I mean, not the whole gang, obviously. Ritlock, Kaz and Jory.
Timey.
Ram's at the lodge. Logan's back in Krita. Kanaka's with Saida. Zafiro with the Zaishin.
Timey.
Garm is with Ram. Aaron Snapper dead. I don't know where the heck Zoj is.
Timey. I'll get Gorik. It's gonna be okay.
I know.
She's a favorite.
Not bad.
Oh, thanks.
Considering it's mostly speculation. There's so much we don't know. Or don't know we don't know.
You have Aurene.
And she's been super helpful. But she's only one elder dragon, and not exactly typical of the species. We have so many questions. How did she ascend? Where did the others come from? Are there any more out there?
The Priory thought there was at least one more. The Water Dragon.
Draconology is an evolving field of study. Hypotheses must be supported by evidence. They live their lives on a timescale we can barely comprehend. Some days I wonder if they're knowable at all.
But, like you said, we have Aurene.
And she makes all the difference.
Alright, I'll go get Gorik. Alright, so let's move on. Okay. I get where you're going. Okay. So, we have a lot to catch up on.
I've been thinking about these
Oh,
past
wait, we
months.
talked about this already.
Primordius and Jormak, Bangar and Ryland. I made a conscious choice not to involve myself. As a nascent elder dragon, I was wary of my own power. But lately I've wondered, was that the right choice?
About your
Right.
visions.
Remember
Oh,
my visions of our
wow,
battle
yeah,
with
this-
Kralkatorrik?
Stuff
They
we've
all
already...
ended the same, with your
It's
death.
that third option.
And you couldn't see past it.
Just like Glint. But, of course, that was
Ate
before
an
I
unkillable Lich King.
discovered I can self-resurrect.
Yeah,
Glint
that's
couldn't. Kralkatorrik couldn't.
It's
Once
stuff we've
again,
already
my visions
just
converged.
covered, and I keep hitting the
Except I
same
don't
button
see
again.
my death in
So,
any of them. They just stop. Does that mean anything? Change anything? Is this time different? I don't know. But I can't wait to find out.
I talked to Timey.
Gorik left to meet up with an old inquest
There we
colleague,
go.
who Timey doesn't know. Doesn't trust. For reasons unclear.
They've worked closely for a while now.
She
And they share a
likes
bond of
him.
loss. Years since they lost Glash. But grief heals eventually. Especially when you grieve together.
None of it seems to have anything to do with you, though.
No. And I still can't see past today. It's exhilarating, not knowing what's coming.
Maybe for you. Okay, I'm off to Lorna's Pass to save Gorik's virtue.
Okay, we're done. So while I think about it, one of the characters they mentioned, Zoja, is voiced by Felicia Day. But however, she's hardly been brought in to voice anything, which is mildly infuriating as a fan of this, because like I want to see more of this character, but she's just apparently hard to get in to do anything. But that's okay, we have plenty of other characters. Like, we have Timey, we have Kaith, and we have Kashmir.
Detective Delacroix and Lady Mead. Or is it Ambassador Mead now?
No title yet. I managed not to screw up the Ice Brood War.
Queen gave me a little more rope is all.
You helped bring humans and Char together. Got the code and invested in the fight, and Jenna knows it.
Maybe. Nice to think so.
Let's catch up.
We haven't had much time to really talk since Bangar's convocation.
Oh my gods. The Metal Legion
Refreshing.
Council.
Then things got busy.
Things have always been busy. Ever since we were tracking Kralkatorrik.
Trying to clean up his mess. Towns destroyed. Refugee camps. Close my eyes, I can see the faces. It was a lot.
Coming on the heels of Cormyr and the other gods leaving us all to fend for ourselves.
We see how well that's gone.
It's been
You're
hard.
not being fair to
I
me.
was shiny and shallow. A sunbeam
Oh.
My sunbeam.
who ran when you needed me most.
And I forgave you. A long time ago. You have to forgive yourself.
Working on it.
It's good talking to you two. Yeah, we've got a big cast of characters like these two, for example. Casimir was a very lighthearted, very bright person who's had to learn to face who had to go and face one of her own gods and ran from it. Which, yes, left us to pick the pieces up, but she has been helpful. Casimir is a very powerful mesmer who can kind of handle a lot of illusion magic and create copies and illusions and the sort. Marjorie here is a thief, or maybe a necromancer. She has the great sword, so I want to say she's a necromancer now. Who's also a very impressive detective. But let me, out of curiosity, will this unlock any new skins? No, it won't. Let's just salvage all that, get that out of the way. Ooh.
The vigil will cure what ails this wound.
So that gave me a lot of... Wow, that cleared up a lot of space. Just consume some of this luck real quick. Oh, wow, they are just having us meet all of the cast. Like Gritlock.
I've had some time to sit with everything. Spent some time with Kree.
You never really got to know your son. Not the way you wanted.
No. But I think that's the point. Bangar was right. Char don't have sons. Kree knew that. Kept her objective. What I wanted, I was never gonna get from Ryland. It wasn't about him, it was about me. What I need. I couldn't see past the hole I was trying to fill. The more I pushed, the more he pulled away. I made it all worse.
Oh, yeah, then you
Ryland was a
would be
grown
happy with the
child.
mesmer in this.
He made his choices.
I know. And I did what had to be done. Now, his fight is over. Me? I don't know.
There's time. You'll figure it out.
Working on it.
Gritlock here is one of the Char, and was one, and mind you, his species were one of the primary enemies of us in the first game, which came and invaded the human homelands in Ascalon, and now they are a playable race, and they are an ally. Casimir was just mentioning how she's been in the process of trying to work on the peace treaties and finally coming to terms and coming to some easy, we'll say uneasy alliances between the humans and the Char. In the recent expansions, in the recent updates, Gritlock's we were introduced to a son of Gritlock who wound up joining the Elder Dragon, became a big enemy for us. Actually, there's a few of the guildmates online, but that's not important. And unfortunately, his son was killed. So now we're kind of he's coming to terms with this, and we're trying to move forward.
Things are still tense, but she's good. Great under the circumstances. Hands full with paperwork. Keeps her busy. Thinks a couple of the Imperators are already vying for Connor. Hope it doesn't get ugly. We've been through a lot. Of course, I'm biased, but if you ask me, they already got a pretty good candidate.
For what it's worth, I think you're right. It might be time for all of us to put away old divisions.
Listen to us. Couple old soldiers going soft.
We fight because we have to, not because we want to. That was Bangar's mistake.
Add it to the list. But yeah, might be time. I think I'm ready to plant my tail in one place for a while. And just process.
Geez, I think it's Steve Bloom doing the voice. It's so deep. It's one of those. Oh god, it's just an impressive voice to get for things. Okay, yeah. Someone of course has to use the Super Saiyan hair. All right. Out of curiosity, what is in the shop? Just because here's the expansion. Do we have any? Okay, that's a. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. But oh. So we got a new map. They actually went and updated the map. So this is my first time getting a chance to experiment with this. In fact, we now have this little bit here that currently expands upon the map and for quick moving around. Like if I want to go to Kryta. Ooh. Oh, the Crystal Desert. So, for example, we are... I probably shouldn't have. Where am I? Oh, I'm here, in the Eye of the North. Unfortunately, that's all there is to this area. Because in the first game, there was a lot of this stuff around here that was filled in. And unfortunately, as the game is still installing bits and pieces, the map isn't fully in yet. But these are... You can see these... Some of these large, sizable maps are around, and considering all the exploring I've been in just this little area, you can kind of get the picture for how big some of these maps are. Like, if this will load. It's like, of course, there's like PS1 quality maps right now. Oh, you see it's actually starting to come in a bit. Section by section. But let's just keep zooming out. Okay, so this has by and large been the contents of the core game. And then as time went on, they would drop it into the odd map here or there with updates. And then our first expansion brought us a bunch of stuff over here. These 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the Guild Hall, 5 maps. Okay, so it looks like it's improving some of the quality there. No, dude, go ahead. Yep, so as time's gone on, they filled in the map slowly, and we are slowly getting bits and pieces. Like, for example, one of the things you see here on the map, this big giant scar down the world, is where one of these Elder Dragons has gone and flew down and caused just devastation in its wake, where just the the ground beneath it was corrupted and turned into all kinds of purple crystal gunk, corrupting any who was beneath it. But this is, mind you, this is as far as I can zoom out. So as we begin to zoom further south, we get into the one of the other expansion pack areas from the first game, which is Alona. Sorry, it's been so long since I've dealt with any of that. But our new map is much further south. In Cantha, which is where we'll be. And if we keep panning up, we have to, like, we get to see just a lot more of the world map now that we've never seen before. So they had to put in this tool here just for the sake of fast traversal. Like, if I want to go to the first expansion from the Maguma maps, it's over here. I can go to the second expansion pack stuff with the Crystal Desert. Here's the core maps of Tyria. And way down here is Cantha. In the game, we have seen a couple of areas for other continents. Continents we've never been to. So, as of this moment, these map areas that we're at now are everything we've seen so far. Close. It wasn't a, like, necromancer dragon. It was a crystal dragon. So, for example, we'll just teleport to one of the maps just to show off a little bit of the weight so you can kind of get an idea of what I was talking about. Basically, people, animals, the very land itself got wrecked and devastated, and you can see a bit of the example of that with all the electricity and this just on the map itself, on the loading screen. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, we're waiting too low, let's go kill some dudes. But, guys, it is Monday, and I am so happy to be in. In fact, let me change up one of my mounts because... Oh, there's the new... I didn't realize that it would show up already, but this is the new mount for this game, which is a big, giant siege cannon turtle that, for once, has 2 seats. But, I want to use that one. You know, one of the things I really like about this game is the mount system, where each one of these mounts is moves differently throughout the map. So, for example, my little my jackal has a short teleport that is unlike any of the others. Whereas if I go with the raptor here, oh, you can see this was kind of inspired by that crystal bit I was telling you about. The raptor here has a really huge jump that's unlike the other one. It's kind of there's almost a soft flightiness to the movement. Like, and yeah, you can see here that this landscape is just completely devastated. And as you see, it's all gnarled, these big crystals popping out of the ground. You realize that this is just barely touches on that. Like, the dragon itself was like a storm of chaos in its wake. And you can see the animals have been basically possessed, controlled by it, and have now become servants had become servants of that dragon. And these dragons were like forces of nature, where those that either fell to them or fell in their wake wound up taken over and possessed by them. But yeah, just to show you a little bit of that, let's actually. Oh, that's right, we're up here. Sorry, it's just a big map. I gotta remember where we're at sometimes. I think that'll be it. Okay. Yes, there. One of the other mounts, for example, is a bunny, and the bunny has a really high jump. So we'll load in, and we'll be able to continue the story. Yeah, no, there is a lot of great environmental stuff, and it's been a lot of concept. There's been a lot of concept art or enemies and that I've just outright stolen and plundered for other tabletop purposes. Okay. What the heck? He just, like, shot way up. As you see, there's just people all making beelines for the next story bit. But I want to show off one of the other mounts. Each one of these mounts is supposed to be fairly unique to their own. And you can, for example, just go flying on this roller beetle. It's supposed to be, they use it for a lot of races. Alright, let me just clear this away, because one last... Okay, you're, yeah, trying to push me on that. Okay, so we're actually going to get into some of the actual story instances. Ooh, new concept, new art. I like that. Old friends.
Gorik, wait up.
Commander? What are you doing here?
Like, for example, you can kind of... Like, some of the world maps you see, like this, for example, were kind of data mined and roughly put together into an actual globe that some dedicated fans have gone and managed to put together to figure out just how big the world continent is supposed to be.
Just thought you could use the company.
Seems implausible.
So, tell me about this old friend you're meeting.
Yeah, Gork, we want to hear all about Anka.
Spare no detail.
Anka? She's an old colleague from my time at Thaumanova. We had a highly productive collaboration. I mean, I may have occasionally experienced mild heart arrhythmia when we were working together, but as Lish always said, don't masticate where you hibernate.
What?
Or something. I'm paraphrasing. Anyway, I lost touch with her years ago, after she left the inquest. We haven't spoken since.
You know, Gorik, passion can mature in absence. Like an exquisite wine.
No, nothing like that. Just two ex-colleagues sharing research on a problem. And Commander, we do have a problem. Tiny and I have been working on a hypothesis about elder dragons and magic, but with most gone, data is hard to come by. We're on Terra Incognita. Anka is offering, and we need all the knowledge we can get.
Gorik? Over here! It's been so long! Let me take a look at you. You haven't changed a bit.
Nor you. Anka, allow me to introduce...
Oh, I know. It's an honor, Commander. Any friend
She's
of
like
Gorik's
a Midwest
is a friend of
mom.
mine.
I like her.
Quite the charmer.
Right
If
back
she gets,
at you.
if she shows up at the casserole, I'm gonna
Feels
be
like
so
only
happy.
yesterday we were side by side, two interns working to push the boundaries of science.
Those were the days.
I meant to reach out after what happened. I did. But there was this plague, Beetles incubating in people's faces.
It was a long time ago. A lot's happened since then.
I'm happy to see you're well, and eager to see this new data of yours.
Oh, that's...
Yeah... I made that up.
She what?
Made it up? But you said you don't have a passion for elder dragons?
More of a professional interest. One in particular. I think you know her.
Wait a second.
You do want something.
Afraid I do. Me and my aether blades.
Oh no.
Aether
Oh.
blades!
Oh.
Hey!
Wait.
Aether blades!
Ah.
And West Natch! I knew she couldn't be trusted!
Wait, this one has skills. Oh no, I loaded something wrong. What? Okay, so apparently I have to fix my.
Come, champion. We'll catch them.
Maureen, hold him. We need a plan. There's no time! They took Gorik!
You can come with me, or I can go alone. Either way. But I'm not staying out of the fight this time.
Scion and Champion.
Scion and champion.
They stole our friend, and now we have to go chase after them. Nobody's. Oh, whoa!
We'll scout ahead and try to find him.
Aether blades. Never thought I'd see those sky clowns again.
They're not clowns, they're killers! Remember Lion's Arch? They worked for Starlight for the love of... Oh, Gorik!
Where are we?
They've certainly been busy. Where did they get all these airships?
Oh. Oh. We just crashed. We just crashed! Alright, yeah, so we crashed. Yeah, of course, that's... Yeah, just right when the story's going on. Yay! Let me give it a minute to load a little bit more. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a pirate hijacking of friends, but let me actually show this real quick. Just let me show off the loading screen here. Okay, that was a bit odd. Yeah. Alright, let's try loading back in and getting with it. Alright, come on. Sometime today. Hey, we're back. after these messages. We'll be right back. So I now have to go replay that opening bit again. You know, not quite what I was expecting. I'm not surprised that it bugged out, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, so far it's all right. Let's actually get back into this now. So while I try to change this a little bit, oh, they changed those. Huh. Sunbreak. Okay, let's try this again. Oh wow, we only have to play through that that first part. Now we just jump straight to.
I'll scout ahead and try to find him.
Aether plates. Never thought I'd see
Ooh,
those
I like the
sky
ship
clouds
designs.
again.
They're not clowns, they're killers! Remember Lion's Arch? They worked for Starlight for the love of... Oh, Gorik!
They've certainly been busy. Where did they get all these airships?
Owl sails. So, let's.
First Mate Naka has secured the target. This wasn't supposed to be a kidnapping, but I suppose that behind you.
No, I probably should have let them talk.
I'm gonna enjoy kicking your ass.
Yes, that was 100% a fairy tale reference when I named that character. Ugh. Okay, what's this 40? Take out every.
Aether blades are insidious, but for pirates, they're weirdly
So the
into
achievement
data
I
entry.
get for.
Check the terminal for a map, a flight plan.
Make sure I eliminate all the aether blades. Which, yeah, we could do that. We could totally do that. You mean I just have to blindly kill pirates, sky pirates?
These charts, they don't make any sense. Why would the Aether blades go to...
Oh, what?
I have to get off this thing.
You don't have a choice! You're gonna have to jump!
Are we jumping onto that? Okay, apparently so.
Twin to all ships. Prepare for mist traversal. Order the captain. Portal activation on my command. Hang on to your patches. Sky pirates.
These little tiny sky ships. Wouldn't be too bad of a campaign idea, because I'd like to do that something like that with like also floating islands, like I don't know what comes to mind is like Knuckles, Angel Island. That'd be kind of fun for a setting, I think.
Some crazy energy spikes, Commander.
What the heck?
See anything
What?
strange?
You could say that.
They're heading into the mists.
Oh no, I can't help you in there. Commander, please don't let anything happen to Gar...
Just you and me now, champion.
Maybe just you. I have no way to get to the next ship.
Let me help. I think you'll enjoy this.
What? What are you gonna do? Oh. Yeah, mind you, that was a character I made like. Oh, I almost fell to my death. Oh no! Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Where am I?
Hello, hello! Just another red shirt. We are playing some Guild Wars 2 today. We are fighting sky pirates on airships at the moment. Well, we go to not Japan.
This is Captain Livestream of the Aetherblade Armada. We're not here to harm your Asura friend. Call up Arene and surrender. No one has to get hurt.
Everyone thinks I'm your pet.
Evasive maneuvers! Hard to starboard! Baka to munitions. Weapons check on the extractor. Prepare for live operation. Told us not to use it. Just a contingency. Make sure it's ready.
Let me see if I can do this without avoid using that too much, because there's a achievement connected to oh, that was close. All right, dude.
Can't believe you fell for that.
Yeah, I've been talking tabletop a little bit here. Hey, he's been keeping me company while we fight sky pirates. Okay, so I need to kill her first because she's just making
This is where it ends, Commander. You'll never
the
be
hollow
friend
grams.
No Goring, and I'm trapped. Gotta be a way to overload the system.
So if I can go up here and take out these consoles, we should hopefully be able to escape. Wait, isn't it bad if I destroy the consoles though?
Now to find the right ship.
I'll take care of this one.
Mother tree! The dragon!
Haven't seen Aurene like this in a while.
Piss off, Commander! There's one to remember me by!
Alright, so I can't get that one achievement, but I can kill Aetherblades, and lots of it. So I'll have to do this mission again at some point.
Healing. Seriously. That ship's too far. I have to steer this thing closer.
Am I going to be able to steer the ship? Do I get to control it? Or is it just push F to do thing? Oh, just push F to do thing. That is less fun.
How's he doing that? The hell's going on?
You're not gonna find out.
Brainiac's comm is broken. Damn it! We don't even know what that thing does. Is it... How long until the jump? Almost ready, Captain.
Yeah, why don't I just keep taking you guys out? means that I can just shoot you.
Almost there.
So, can I jump to that ship?
Adrenaline rising.
Oh, so I have 7 more Aether Blades to kill for a achievement?
Prepare for extrication from the mists. Initiate portal activation.
Timing,
Oh,
we're
no,
out
I
of the
failed.
mist. Can you see our location? Some
Ooh.
kind of landmass in the distance. Timey?
I
Must be
think
out of
I'm
comms
out of
range.
cell phone
Great.
service range. Looks pretty.
Just in time to see it firsthand. Good.
I like the music. What am I? Waiting for? Should I be doing something? Like, I'm not... Okay, so let's try jump down here. Okay.
Crawling where they don't belong.
Deal with her later. I'm gonna find Gorik.
Don't hurt me, please! I'll tell you anything! What do you want to know? Let's have some fun!
Almost there.
So no, we're going down.
Commander! Thank the alchemy. Remember me? I never broke. They couldn't get a word out of me.
Hey, I got one. Actually,
I can't believe Anka would do this. Joining the Aether Blades? Kidnapping? What's gotten into her?
We can talk about her later.
Pirate's
right
life
now,
for her.
we have to get off this ship.
She used to be so
Sorry about
nice.
this, Gorik.
Now, thanks so much.
Akka, our people are on that ship. Hold fire. Just taking a little initiative, Captain.
Almost there, Commander.
I'm coming. Meet me on the deck.
Target's heading right for us, Captain. Evasive maneuvers. I've got her in my sights.
There she is.
Don't do it, Akka.
Oh, Maureen!
what?
You've disobeyed a
Did
direct order.
they?
There's a problem, and I handled it.
Commander, I think we're going down.
Adrenaline rising.
That's an Elder Dragon they just took down. What? Why did so many of my games these days start wash up on shore like this? Only to wind up in jail. Lovely. Just lovely. Alright, so yeah, there's some pretty interesting bits of gameplay there. Jumping from ship to ship like that was pretty fun. And we went through the mist, which is effectively like, for all intents and purposes, like planeswalking. And so now here we are. On a faraway continent, well out of range of any support.
I think he's stabilizing.
Last thing we need is a dead mainlander. Probably stick us on more detail.
The hell is that one anyway?
Search me. Those teeth, those ears.
Ugh. Those ears can hear you. Oh.
I said I don't know. The detective will have an update when it's all sorted out. Sit tight.
Unacceptable. I want my comms call. We have a right to counsel.
Not here, you don't.
Oh, thank the commander. You're awake. You've been out for so much to... You won't believe where we... Whew. Slow down. Okay, first things first. We're in a pickle.
I can see that.
After Amnoon, I swore I'd never go back in. One time, unfortunate misunderstanding. 2 times, I start to question myself. Prison changes you.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not built for hard time, Commander. There's still so much to learn, so much science to be done. Never even got a chance to tell. I won't die in this cell, you hear me? I won't. Jail my body, but my mind is free. Okay, calm down, everyone. Think. Scrap metal. If we find some, we can hone it into a shiv. We have to establish dominance. Find the biggest, most intimidating inmate and stab him in the carotid artery in front of the whole cafeteria. Oh, but if we do, then what have we become? Are we monsters, Commander? And were we all along? Maybe prison doesn't change you. Maybe it reveals you. No. We do what we must to stay alive.
All right, take your
In the
tabletop.
world, there is no morality. Only the strongest survive. And so shall we. We must be as ruthless as the beetle, as deadly as the mantis, as resilient as the roach.
All right, so.
All right, outsiders. Your time's up.
Check the journal. There's a journal here. Looks like they've been letting Gorik work through his anxiety by taking notes. Day 1. Dear Blish, I recorded this for posterity. If I die here, at least my thoughts will live on, free from the chains of corrupt system. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Kidnapped by someone I consider a friend. No, that's too much to think about. And now I'm the one behind bars. There's justice in this world. I'm slowly liking it wherever I am. It's lonely here. The commander's out cold, and the guards seem irritated by my questions. So I decided to write to the one person I could always talk to. You just wish you were really here. Always knew what to do. Gorik. Day 3. Dear Blish, the commander's still holding on. Today, the guards brought in some bizarre device. Seems to be adhering to aiding the recovery process. I think you'd find it fascinating as I do. It emits a green light. Strange, but oddly captivating. I'm writing this entry under its eerie glow. I asked the guards about it, but they weren't too keen on chatting. I'll try to get more out of them tomorrow. Gorik. Day 7. Dear Blish, I'm starting to lose it. I swear the walls are closing in. I don't know how much more I could take of this isolation. Treated worse than an ant searching for a spare crumb or scrap of... Ooh, lunch is here. Smells delicious. Ooh, and they gave me extra fruit for my dessert today. I always like the little flower they put on the serving tray. It's a sweet personal touch. We'll write again soon, if I'm not too weak and malnourished to hold my pen. Gorik. Okay, so... It seems like they're actually, not as terrible as he thinks. Day 9. Dear Blish, you don't think Timmy's mad at me, do you? At least, not that mad. If not, she's too busy being worried about me. But that means I'm making her worry. Somehow I feel that's making her mad. Whatever. Dear Blish, the guards to the commander's condition is improving. Still unconscious, though. This will sound silly, but sometimes when no one else is here, I chat with the commander. I know. It's one-sided, but in a way that makes me saying what I really want to easier. I think having the commander as a friend is a good for me. Since we started working together, I felt a little braver, more confident and comfortable. I haven't felt like that since you were around. I said all this last night in one of our little chats. I'm glad the commander won't ever know how sappy I sounded. I'd be so embarrassed missing everyone extra hard tonight, especially you, Gorik.
Time's up? Are we being executed?
What? What's the matter with you? Your friends negotiated your release.
Our friends?
What?
Follow me. And no funny business. You're still in my custody.
Officer, may I ask your name?
Rama. Detective Rama.
Detective. My name is Gorik. I'm an
I don't
entomologist.
need your life story. You washed up on my beach. Gave me a crap ton of paperwork.
Truth is, I have at times been quite at odds with the law. In fact, I was charged with bioterrorism in Amnoon.
He grew a beetle in his arm.
Uh-huh. Staying busy, Akane?
Best internship ever.
All right, you two. Release forms. By signing this, you affirm that the Ministry of Security has treated you fairly and humanely, that you've suffered no unreasonable bodily harm during your arrest and detainment. You first, bioterrorist.
Wait, define bodily harm. I stubbed my toe last night.
Sign the damn form.
He has to jump up on the bench.
Now you.
Sign on the dotted line.
You can collect your personal effects from the box there. We hope you enjoyed your stay at the Xingjie Detention Center. Now if you'll follow me. Akane, hold down the fort.
Roger that.
Xingjie? I was trying to tell you, Commander. The airship crash-landed in...
Cantha, come for the waters, stay for the hospitality. Been a while. Did you miss us?
Cantha? I don't know what to say.
Only been 114 years. Not like you had time to prepare something.
Oh. Okay, so this is kind of, new
What
setting.
What alchemy is that?
Security Mac or something. I can't keep up with all the new tech.
Curiously reminiscent of our golems. Has Cantha been trading with Radisum?
Which part of we've been closed to the outside world for over 100 years did you not understand? And we're here.
ArenaNet presents.
Welcome to Cantha.
The horns getting in. Alright, my feet are getting cold. I need to throw a sock
Quite an
on.
ambassador's waiting for you. And our Minister of Security wants to speak with you after.
Yeah. Alright, this takes a moment. Wait, how did they get here? Oh, my feet. Cold. Oh, that's much better. Alright, let me just take this all in for a moment. Oh, this is pretty.
Kaz, Jory, I'm glad you're here. Have you heard anything about Aurene? Is she...
She's fine. Recovering. Don't worry. Case with her. You'll see her soon. It's okay to take a moment to find your bearings. After we heard about what happened, we were so... Anyway, took a little while, but it all worked out. Sort of.
I'm still missing some pieces. How did you find us?
Find you? You kind of caused
A hot, steaming mess of a circus show?
an international incident. Jenna sent me to Smooth Feathers. And no way would I let Jory miss the opportunity of a lifetime.
Don't know about that. Not like I ever expected to see this place. But sure, if you say so.
You know it is. Commander, there'll be time to catch you up, but that man wanted to speak to you.
Ooh. I like the armor, and I want a set of that armor now.
So, you're the commander I've been hearing so much about.
I guess I am.
Lee, Minister of Security. Under the agreement signed, 20 minutes ago, you've been granted clemency.
I suppose I've got you to thank for that?
You are fortunate to have such influential friends. My understanding is you're something of a protector of the realm, doing whatever's necessary to keep your people safe.
I try to keep all people safe.
I see. Well, it is my duty to keep the people of Cantha safe. I'm very good at my job, Commander.
Understood, Minister.
I must return to my duties. Welcome to the sovereign Empire of Cantha.
Well, Commander, you're almost free of me. But there's one more thing we need to do before I can sign your release. Meet me at the monastery training grounds as soon as you can.
Rama, a word.
Minister?
Any updates on our Aetherblade situation?
Unfortunately, no.
All done.
I've been busy handling our guest of honor, but I'll be back on the case soon as this is wrapped up.
Good.
Get out of this. I want to hear them.
Maybe we'll finally make some headway. Detective?
Okay, so I just got some... Oh, okay, so we have new masters. First fishing. So we can get some XP for fishing. I want to do fishing. Okay, so then at certain points I will earn those. Yeah, okay, so these must be racial ambassadors. Emperor Doomforge for the Shar. Consular Plunt. Oh, yeah, geez, they brought him along. Ambassador Sienna from the zombies. You can kind of see in her face and her arms here, there's a little bit of the undead upon her.
What do you require?
So let's see what they have to say. Well, you're in the club. One less thing. How's this new
It's
job?
not boring. Lots to learn. But I'm starting to get a feel for this diplomacy thing. I've already met several officials open to discussion. Of course, you can get some who are hesitant about Cantha opening.
Don't lose sleep over a few jerks still stuck in the past.
Negotiation does take dealing with all kinds.
Stubborn certainly is a kind. But you'll hold your own.
I'm a little rusty on my Canthan history, but things seem different from what I would have expected.
Well, there was a tsunami when Zaitan arose. A lot of Kainang was destroyed. Uninhabitable, maybe worse than Lion's Arch.
Apparently filthy with Risen. Zaitan, of course.
Which led to a rebellion against the Ministry of Purity. Pretty bloody one, too.
Massive civil war. Who knows how long? Sounds like things were pretty bad until some Tengu holdouts joined up.
Turn the tide. Maybe. Still trying to piece it all together. But yeah, not exactly what we expected.
But where would the fun be in that?
Who else is here?
Well, quite a few members of Dragon's Watch. Kaith, Taimi, plus several Tyrian ambassadors. Sienna, Ember Doomforge, Mirren Skilkin, and some others. Snargle Goldclaw.
The guy who writes romance literature?
Still, we're in impressive company. It's a little intimidating.
You're not exactly lacking accomplishments, my dear. Gods, the past few months alone.
I just want to do a good job. Make a solid name for myself.
I'd say you've done that. I'm impressed. And a little intimidated.
Alright, what have you got to say, Marjorie? How are you holding up, Commander? It sure has been a wild week. Everything okay? Your reaction to Casimir's comments about being here.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Is something wrong?
It's just... I don't know anything about Cantha. Couple of heirlooms from my grandmother. Recipe or two. Like I said, until a week ago, I never had a reason to imagine any of this. It just wasn't an option. Belinda was the one who was so into her Canthan heritage. Should have been her here. She would have loved this. Me? I don't care.
Jory, I didn't realize.
Why would you? And the thing is, I don't even know why. Isn't that weird?
How did they get here, though?
Highly implausible string of events. Out of the blue, a message from Empress Hin.
First official communique from Cantha in over a century, inviting Kryda to re-establish diplomatic relations. Oh, and by the way, do we know anything about foreign airships appearing in their skies and crashing on their beach?
Imagine Jenna's face. Imagine everyone's face.
When it got to the part about a human, an Asura, and a dragon, we put two and two together with Taimi and Kaith.
Next thing you know, Ambassador Meade has a new portfolio. And an airship to take her and a delegation to Cantha.
Didn't know what to expect with the Risen Armada. No one has dared travel this far into the sea in over a century.
Luckily, Zaitan's death seems to have left them a bit disorganized. We managed to slip past them on an airship. Handy having a Mesmer aboard.
Okay, so there's still undead around, including zombie pirate ships. That's good to know. Not really, but interesting. We're free, Commander. What now?
I can't believe that's the same Anka I used to hypothesize with. Kidnapping? Murder? Swashbuckling? Taimi was right. I should have questioned her motives. But hearing from her after so long, it was as if my rational mind short-circuited. Much like the ant's brain when infected with a fungal spore.
That's one way to put it. Certain people can cloud your judgment.
True. Emotions do take over sometimes. Happens to the best of us.
And what does she want with Oreen? I needed to brief with Taimi. She's going to yell at me, isn't she?
Probably. Though I never thought I'd see Cantha.
Agreed. You only crash into a research opportunity like this once in a lifetime. I find their technology fascinating. Like that apparatus you were hooked up to in the cell. I kept asking the guards about it, but they threatened to attach it to my mouth if I didn't stop talking. It's reminiscent of a golem mod Taimi and I were concepting right before I left. I hope this debacle didn't cause her too much stress.
Alright, before I feel like I'm slow. Oh, no matter. Let me actually get out of this, and I'll actually get into the map proper. Ooh, I like the loading screen.
Kaith, Taimi, they've released the commander. Gorik, too.
Good. I look forward to telling Gorik how much of a choya brain he was for trusting Anka.
To be fair, we all agreed to the plan.
Yeah, if by agreed you mean went along with it, but told you the whole time it was a bad idea. Yeah, but you're right. We did. Still, he and I are gonna have a talk.
Commander, Oreen found herself a nice little sea cave to rest up in. She'd love for you to come by.
I hitched a ride with a local fisherman. If you don't mind answering a few nosy questions, I bet you can too.
Don't forget, you need to meet with Detective Rama as well.
Okay, so apparently too much fishing is a... Wait, can I mount? Can I use my mount? Ooh. Okay, so that's cool. We can still use the mounts here. Gotta, you know, do these tests.
That's how it's done.
Oh. Alright, let me get rid of these. Just... There we go. Just taking this all in. It is a sight.
Nice gear.
Ambassador Sienna. Commander, glad to see you here no matter the circumstances. Incredible, isn't it? Even during my Corsair days, I never dreamed I would make it to Cantha. So what brought you here? I'm the official representative of the Republic of Ilona here in Cantha. Zaim apparently thinks that since I helped broker peace between Joko's loyalists and the Sunspears, I can do anything. How many of you are there here? Well, a few of us were allowed to accompany as attendants, and a few others have joined as representatives of the Crystal Bloom. You know, the type. They follow Irene wherever she goes. And how is everything back in Ilona? Better than it was under Joko, but not without conflict. The work we began at the summit of Jai continues for a good long while. So, we are in Cantha. Well, let's take a look around. Okay, so these are... Do I push F? Okay, so apparently I have to unlock the ability to use that, so we won't be using that for the time being. But, are there... Oh, lotus. There's koi fish. Did I walk in here? They're not going to yell at me? Okay, so looks like we can get a lot of lotus here. Let's grab that real quick. Oh. Didn't mean to sit. I was hoping I could talk with him. If these can actually say anything, which I doubt. But let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, this is... Oh, wow, there's actually a lot to this map to take in. So we're looking at about this big. All things considered, this is a pretty big map. Saitung Province. We're just gonna wander around a little bit and... Ooh, bug swarms. Not for long.
I wish you peace.
Is this peddler gonna sell me something? Huh. I don't like the haircut. That looks terrible. But let's just kind of take in the appearance of some of these characters. Not too bad.
This area's nice. I could picture us here.
Mm-hmm.
The people seem friendly, market's close, lots of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need to keep that stuff in mind when our baby comes.
Mm-hmm. Wait, our baby?
Well, congratulations, buddy. I'm gonna stomp over your potted plants now. You know, you probably should just leave these laying around. It's not the healthiest thing for the environment. Even if they are, like, magic crystal batteries.
The survivors of the crash have been released from prison following their sudden and impromptu arrival in Cantha. Humanitarians cheer while others are more hesitant. Should they be allowed free reign or be kept under a watchful eye?
Hey kid, can you help me find my toys? They disappeared. I really... There's so much here to take in. Like, just for a puppet show? Wait, can I? Yeah, thank you. Good night. Ooh. Wait a minute. Can I fly through that? Let's try this. Oh, I can't even open that? That's lame. Oh, but it's part of this. Alright, let's... Welcome to Shinji, fellow traveler. I was just about to start my mental exercise. Oh, like a mesmer. That I am. At the monastery, we practice very precise art. Rather than summoning phantasms, the virtuoso creates manifestations of our daggers to aid us in battle. It takes years of practice. So you're like a mesmer? The master of the blade, dagger more specifically. We've learned to concentrate all our mental magics into our daggers, bringing them forth as unique phantasms to aid us. Which must have taken years to master. It did, but the result was potent. It takes far less energy to summon forth a phantasmal dagger, making us quicker, more prepared. Do these phantasmal daggers behave differently than normal phantasms? They stay close to their master, ready to fly and slice through the mesmer's foes at the slightest twitch of their mind. What else do you have? Okay, so this is not my class, so I'll come back here later, but I want to at least get this hero point. So we have 9 of those. And spectre. And a bit of mithril, because you really cannot have enough of this stuff.
Fishing takes focus. Concentration is key. What was I saying?
Apparently I just discovered the fishing button. If I throw that out there, set hook, reset line. Splash, then set the hook. Oh, so they added new stuff here, like a new button just for fishing.
Land dweller. Surprising. It's rare to see your kind out here.
Who's talking?
I take it water does not frighten you, but perhaps it should.
What the heck is talking?
Unlike you, I sense the malice in these changing tides. A threat that should concern us both.
Let's just
You're
talk.
the one needing a lift out to the sea caves? Your friend said you might be by. I'm happy to give you a lift whenever. Odd one, that friend of yours. Smart, but in a kind of unsettling way.
Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, this is pretty cool.
So, you actually know a dragon? You just sit around and eat snacks and shoot the breeze like it's anybody?
Well, generally, we talk about slightly more important things than that.
Oh, you're not secretly a god or something, are you?
No, not that I know of.
You didn't happen to bring along any carrot bread, did you?
No. Why?
Well, I'm Crichton, you see, and my dad used to make it. Recipe died with him, though. Anyway,
I should give you some
I
carrot bread.
figured it was a long shot. Sure could go for a slice right now.
Well, now that the borders are open, maybe you'll have the chance to visit and eat some fresh.
Sure hope so. All right, that's as close as we get. Not gonna ground her just to keep your feet dry.
I mean, I managed it without getting too wet. Oh, I can't go up here.
Commander, so good to see you walking free again.
Yeah, what was it like? You know, in the slammer. Did you get any prison tattoos?
Okay, that's enough fun at my expense. Now, where's Aureen?
She's inside, resting up. Don't worry, really.
I just finished running a series of tests on her, and frankly, I'm baffled. Her vital signs are completely normal, but her magic, it's nearly non-existent.
They drained her magic?
Yes, and that extractor thing they shot her with left us no clue how it works. Or how to cure her.
Lady Timey, your request to
What
accompany
the
Ambassador
heck?
Reed to court has been approved. I'll be your escort.
I could get used to that. Consider me escorted.
This is a pigeon.
Can't wait to get a closer look at those mechs.
Come. I can feel Aureen getting restless.
Oh my gosh.
She knows you're here. She spent most of her time sleeping, but hearing you were on your
that
way
was
woke her right
needed.
up.
Crystals.
Champion.
Oh no, Aureen.
You're sure you're...
I'm fine. Tired. And there's a hollow feeling, as if something is missing.
I see.
Commander, can we talk over here for a second? I think this is taking a toll on her mentally more than anything else. Wish we could perk her up somehow.
You know, I hand-fed her fish as a hatchling when she was fussy.
Well, there's a great big ocean right out there. Need any fishing supplies?
You have fishing supplies?
Hey, there hasn't been much to do with Kaz spending all day in meetings. It's meditative.
I'm going fishing. Fishing. Now, can I just fish anywhere, or... Okay, let me... It's kind of impressive that they managed to do it on the water like that. Okay, so that wasn't good. Let's try this again. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Okay. This isn't going under, it's just... There we go. Okay, so I need to... So, hey. Oh. Yeah, that's a... Okay, so... Let's see. Found any water source in the province. Fish, no open any water. Favorite bait. Any time of day. Okay, so now I have something to do. Give her a fishy.
I have something for you, Aureen.
As you fed me when I was young. But I'm no longer a baby dragon champion.
You could be an ancient dragon, Aureen, and I would still come with fish.
That might be optimistic, given your lifespan. But thank you. I will enjoy this. I apologize. I was reckless. I wasn't thinking far enough beyond the moment.
You were everywhere out there, but we don't need you to be everywhere.
I know. I can't face that feeling again. That there was more that I could have done.
Well, you're gonna have to get over that.
You're right, of course.
What was that weapon the Aether Blades used? Any ideas, Commander?
No, none. But I'm going to find out. I still need to meet with Detective Rama. I'll see if he knows anything we don't.
Oh, yes. Kaz told me about that. Have fun. You caught that she's meeting with the Empress later, right? If I could have told her a year ago that she'd be here now, well, she never would have believed me.
Well, it sounds as if you have plenty to do, Commander. And Aureen needs rest. So, I'm going to officially chase you away.
Thank you for the fish. Will you be okay?
I've never felt anything like this. So, I really can't say. It could be the start of something worse. A slow dwindling of the spirit to nothingness. But I have no reason to think it will. It's not like anything I felt with Krelgatoric. Like only a small sliver remained to reform the rest from void. So all I can say is that, for now, I don't believe I'm going anywhere.
Go on. I've got things in hand here, and Aureen doesn't need any more excitement.
Okay. So, that should be enough of that. And I think... Let me check something out real quick. Legendary crafting. Tales of Adventure. Oh, okay, so this is going to take a while for learning some of this.
Goodbye.
But I want to get back. Yeah, I'm gonna order it. But I think this is probably a maybe not as good a place to call it, but we're gonna call it anyway, and I'm gonna go enjoy this and use a back. I at least wanted to stream a little bit today, so. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll be back with some gun tomorrow.